Don't fight fire with fire. You know, when you're out there and you're trying to convince people of things, and you're talking with friends and family, and there are people in your life that you're close to, and you're trying to get them to see the light, right? This whole thing, this whole idea of this shift, this ascension, this new earth, this awakening, this transcension idea, and you know you're right, and you feel it, and you so badly want to communicate, or even that you want to expose what's happening, you know, with the deep state and the dark areas of our lives, and you know who I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. You have to be gentle. I say don't fight fire with fire. That's a good analogy. It's a good saying, because what happens when you fight fire with fire? The fire gets bigger. What you want to do, using the analogy, is use fire's opposite, which, you know, would be water. There are other things, but let's just go with that. You would use water. Water would put that out. Water would be the opposite of fire. So, when things are getting heated, cool down. Don't insist upon being right, or that they have to see it your way. You know, I run into this, you know, and I drive some people crazy, and I have to remind myself to back off. Love is the key to everything, okay? If we're talking about these dark elements, these cabals, this deep state, this, satanic element, they feed off of us, right? Some of you know this. They call it Loosh. And what they're doing is they're feeding off of our fear. There are two categories, basically. Some people like to argue this, but you can follow the logic on this. There are two basic categories of emotions. We've got a full range, a very broad range, and this is where there's contention. But they all can be split down the middle, and you've got fear and love. Okay? Fear and love. And anything you feel, any emotion you have, will go to one side or the other. You can find how it connects to one category or the other. Okay? What they feed off of, this Loosh, that's fear. That's full-on fear. And any version of that, as long as it's in that category, they're going to feed off. The anger, the resentment, the jealousy, the panic, it's all fear, okay? You're feeding them. Love is everything else, okay? Compassion, joy, forgiveness, understanding, encouragement. This is all love. So when you're dealing with people in your lives and you're trying to get them to see the light, right? If you're using anything that's in the fear category, the fire will grow bigger. You have to use the love category. And you don't have to be right. They don't have to see it your way. Nobody will see it your way. I'm talking to you right now, and you're not going to see it my way. You're going to see it your way. We resonate with an energy that is uniquely ours. So, the best you can hope to do is inspire that it creates a movement in their lives to gaze towards this light that you have found. This light that I have found, I'm sharing with you, and when you look towards the light, you will see your own images of it. So, in disseminating truth, I've talked about this before, there's only one truth, that's the truth you hold for yourself. Nobody sees things the way you do, so people have to find their own truth. The resonance, that frequency, that energy will resonate at a very similar area. Okay, that frequency will resonate in the same area, but while you're up here and they're down here, it's still in the same band, same frequency band. So this is where we can all get together and agree and head in a particular direction. So don't insist that anybody sees it your way, because they won't. But as long as we get into the same frequency band, we're good. We can all travel in the same direction. So using love energy will get us everything. And being as that dark energy who feeds off of Loosh, that's the only thing they feed off of. And when you send love, they reject it. Okay? It does not compute. It does not bode well for them. They cannot stand it. They will get out of the way. They will find some distraction for you so that it will throw you off track so that you stop sending love energy. Because they can't eat it. They cannot assimilate it. So remember that love is the key to all things. You know, it's been said, for millennia. All you need is love. Well, what that is a form of energy that is very, very powerful. And it's palpable and you can feel it beating in your chest. There are entities that don't feed off of that. And they were so repelled by it that if you send it towards them, unabated, unabashedly, they will just get out of the way. You can try this. You can experiment with this and see if there's, maybe somebody in a crowd who's really upset, and you just quietly beam love energy and see if they don't calm down or at least maybe walk away from the area that you're standing in. I've tried this before and it works. Okay, you don't want to use it as an offense mechanism. You don't want to use it offensively because that changes the frequency. It changes the energy and it works against you. So it has to be pure and it has to be entirely loving and without offense. And it'll work. So maybe you could try this with your family and your friends and people, co-workers and whatever, that you've been attempting to speak about these things with, these changes in our environment and our system and our society, and you know all the stuff, and see if it doesn't make a difference, because I'm betting it will.